Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Council. In this episode we are going to join the other deaths as it says up the top. Leave a like and shout out to Betty, that's the LC. She is absolutely amazing supporter. Go check her out, she has a son that's an amazing supporter of mine as well. And guys, enjoy this episode of The Council. 7 is enough, this is for you as well. And guys, let's go. Okay, so in the last episode we done that horrible puzzle that took me ages. Well, it felt like ages anyway. Sorry, I'm dying to sneeze. Oh. I was going to sneeze. Sorry. I hate that when it goes away like that. Okay. Is that episode 2 already? I did not understand my mother's message. I should have found the conversation between my mother and a part. Oh no. God damn it. How did I not notice that? Okay. So guys, lots been happening in my personal life right now, but I'm not going to go into it in this episode, but that's why the episodes have been a bit scarce recently. A tragic fate. Nice.
It's time I went back and joined everyone in the small salon.
I walked back in though. I can't. God damn it. Hello.
You are expected in the small salon, sir. You are expected in the small salon, sir.
Sure. Okay. So we'll try and go there then. See what they want from us this time. Oh, that. I know it's Zeus, but
Emily,
that's scary.
I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis? About last night, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Sadly, no. Even if I'd like to have, alas, there are more pressing matters. I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
Does it now?
Must have been Emma I saw in my vision.
Yeah.
I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay. They kept up a secret correspondence, which makes me think they were suspicious of someone.
And did you find out who it was?
No, but von Volner is mentioned. They were planning to make a quick getaway and were looking to hide something beforehand.
Have you got these messages?
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead, take a look.
I see. I must say, thanks for your honesty, Louis.
No problem.
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
Do you know what? Whatever will be, will be. Okay? Whatever will be, will be.
Emily, there's something else.
Go on then.
It's about your sister. I don't know what happened exactly, but it's possible that my mother had a go at her.
I know, Louis. I found out that same evening.
It's not that bad.
Well, thanks for not trying to hide it.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know if I could trust you. Now I know I can. It
Right
seems that
decision.
your mother tricked Emma. She apparently asked her to hide an important book, so that even she wouldn't know where it was. And then she shot her like a dog to make sure no one would ever find it again.
Why would she do that?
Yeah, why would
I
she
don't
do
know,
that?
Louis. But I'll find out. You can count on that.
I'm sincerely sorry, Emily.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you,
am I.
Louis. You're very kind. It means a lot to me. But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
There must be an explanation, Emily.
That's what we shall see.
We'll speak about it later, somewhere safe.
Your bedroom,
Come, Louis.
perhaps?
They're waiting for us.
Your boudoir? Your boudoir? Oh, God. They two are, like, so sexy. Well, she is.
You will
Mate
pay
up.
dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know.
Who's this?
One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest. But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
Who is he?
And who is this charming character?
Manuel Godoy, the Duke of l'Alcudia.
Okay.
He's the head of the Spanish government, Monsieur de Richet. He's the one who, in practice, controls Spain.
So we
How
got a
could
France
you
and a
dare
Spain.
do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds.
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined. What? The
What the
King
hell?
of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before. How dare they?
Oh dear. As if
Wow, okay.
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous! Bastard! He was
Bastard.
sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360.
One
you
vote.
beheaded a king for one vote! Is that your democracy?
What an obnoxious act. Until this, anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen,
It's not
please.
lost.
Let us take
Yeah,
a step
I
back a
agree with
moment.
Emily.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
Gentlemen, Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here. We should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
But
That's enough, sir.
with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Monsieur de
Louis
Richet.
Moras de Richet.
Are you related to Sarah de Richet?
Yes.
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured. The response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it.
Yeah, we all know who
I'm
you are
delighted
now.
that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Okay. Thanks. You're fruity, dude. You're so fruity. Can I talk to Emily now? Manuel
could
Godoy.
you spare a moment, please, sir?
I'm glad you asked. I want to talk to you too.
Oh yeah, I want to talk to you. Oh,
I
God.
heard about your mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
We found traces
No,
of
no,
her that
wrong
would
one.
indicate she's still on the island.
Uh,
That's the wrong one.
Her personal belongings?
Yes, but nothing of great interest. Scraps of food, some clothes.
Ah, I see. Well, too bad. I shan't keep you, Monsieur de Richet.
All right then.
I
Thank
pressed
you.
the wrong one.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon. I must go now. I'll see you later.
That's not fair. I pressed the wrong one. He knows something. Bonaparte, are you okay?
Monsieur Bonaparte, may I speak with you a moment?
May we?
May we?
What do you think of Duke Godoy?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
Okay.
There are some rumors about his loose morals.
Juste, monsieur. Add to that his devouring ambition, if you want my opinion. Playing at lover boy rather than gaining merit for his career. It's a disgrace for any soldier.
I bet
I
it is.
understand your point of view.
Yeah. I understand your POV.
Would you have any more information about the conference Lord Mortimer spoke of?
Nothing at all. Mortimer is very committed to secrecy when it comes to his conferences.
I bet he
But
is.
given the presence of Monsieur Peru and ourselves, I think it must concern France to some extent. Otherwise, I doubt he would have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table, huh?
His table, I love him.
Does expression go beyond the nightmare mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well. I doubt that is what you want to hear, though.
Indeed. That's surely not what I'm looking for.
It might
Well,
be.
monsieur, if you are looking for a phrase book, Lord Mortimer must surely have one, given the number of books he has. You ought to check in the library of the tower. You never know.
Yeah, but he's not just
Well,
like that.
I'll be leaving you now. Shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope to speak with her about my deal before I leave. Let me know if you find her.
Okay.
À plus tard, monsieur.
A plus tard. Okay, so he's done. I can't believe I messed up Walna. I can't believe that.
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia. There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
Here's the tea. Hey.
All right, I've retrieved everything.
I do love me some Dodin Elixir. No buns in there. So it's only Napoleon that's here. Where's everybody else? I missed everybody else. Okay. Let's see if we can see anybody. Hello, this looks oddly suspicious.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Okay. Okay, it's George Washington.
Mr. President, can you tell me a little more about the coming conference?
Of course, Louis. That's why we're here. Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory regularly organize meetings like this to put forward major projects.
Okay.
What do you mean by major projects?
I'd prefer to let Lord Mortimer explain that to you, Louis.
Oh, just explain it
Let's
to
say
me.
he brings together influential people in order to consider possible actions to undertake to guarantee the future of nations.
Do you know the theme of the conference?
Not in the slightest. None of the guests know the theme before arriving.
That's strange.
But you'll see. Everything will turn out fine. Don't worry.
Why don't you Tom Fruins if you don't know anything about it?
Mr. President, what do you think about your counterpart, Duke Manuel?
I'm very surprised he was able to accept Lord Mortimer's invitation, given the political situation in Spain.
What do you mean?
The situation is ready to explode with France over Catalonia.
Well, the Duke must have a darn good reason to be absent and come here, mustn't he?
When Lord Mortimer invites you, Louis, you come. It's always in your best interest.
That's...
I wouldn't say that personally, but...
No, I wouldn't say that either.
Go beyond the nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You caught me unaware here, Louis.
Okay, he doesn't have a
Let
clue.
me think about it a second. No, nothing comes to mind. Sorry, Louis, but I am unable to help you.
Fine.
Well, thank you for your time.
Don't mention it, my young friend. Regarding your question on the nightmare, don't hesitate to question the others about it. Maybe one of them knows more than I do.
That's a good idea.
I was going
Thank
to
you
do
once again. I'll see you in a little bit.
I was going to do that anyway. Are you telling me there's nobody here? You want to be somebody here. Right, I'll know the through first. And then we'll do up. Come on. It's taking forever. Who's in here?
Discourse on the Method by Descartes. This book changed the way I looked at the world.
Piade.
Ah, Louis. Just the man.
Hello.
Good Lord. How did the king come to be executed? I would think that the order would have intervened.
Your Eminence, I haven't been following the case. I'm sure that the order did everything in its power. Unfortunately, you know the situation in Paris, and, well, it's chaotic at best.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in those revolutionary tribunals.
The king is the official representative of God on earth, my son.
Your Eminence, France has become a secular state. The king was just another citizen to them.
Yeah,
He refused to admit
he
his
done
errors,
wrong, so
looked
they-
down upon
they
them,
killed him.
and attempted to escape. What did he expect?
France has lost all reason, Louis.
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
Well, I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Yeah.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
Do you know about the nightmare?
If I say the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son.
Okay.
Difficult to say. Could you at least tell me a little more about the context?
Think of a place and tell me the first thing that comes into your mind when I say the nightmare.
Let me think. I'd say Lord Mortimer's favorite painting on the wall behind his desk. You know, that painting caused quite a stir when it was exhibited. It is titled The Nightmare, and it shows a woman lying down with a creature sitting on her, and in the background, a horse. I don't know if it will be of any help, but I can't think of anything else.
You never know. Thank you for that, though, Your Eminence.
Okay.
I gotta go and see it just in case, though.
So Mortimer's definitely up with something.
I was wondering what to think of that Manuel Godoy.
He is reputed to be a very ambitious character, at every level. But his faith is unwavering. He is a staunch defender of the church. You can believe me.
I'll take your word for that.
Thank you for everything, Your Eminence. I shan't take up any more of your time.
You are welcome, my son. I will be seeing you, Louis.
Okay. So he was helpful a little bit. Daughter Mortimer's study. Right. So it's on the top floor, right? Aunt Piaddy. There. I think I watched Emily again though. If I can find Emily, I'll talk to her, but before I do that. So I wanted to kind of find out more about this sister thing.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Sweet as the devil. Oh, she's not in. Of course she's not in. Okay. Is Manuel Godoy here? That's Washington's room, right?
President George Washington.
I'm starting to get the rooms now. Maybe I think that's Elizabeth's, if I remember right. Walnut.
Monsieur Johann van Volnau.
Okay. So this is Mortimer's bit. Okay, so if he's up here with it, if he is up here, well, okay. Tired today.
So, what did my mother mean by going beyond the nightmare? The Book of the Mortimer Family.
Okay, is that all you'd like to say about it? You don't even read it. Hello.
A mynah bird. Well, Waldo, is your master good? Sarah de Riche? Waldo, you know Sarah?
He doesn't know anything, really. I'm not going to take them. They might be poisoned or something. Okay, it's all food in that I don't need. Nice. Dear Mr. Doodle Peretti, I'm writing with regard to the dates of the paintings that I sent you for your temporary exhibition. Please note they are part of my private collection and are dated according to the Freeman's calendar and used at the time. As you may have guessed, you may remember to subtract 4,000 years if you don't want the public to be surprised at the dating of your works. No need to remind you that Freemason year begins in March, not January. About the anonymous painting, I took the liberty to have the spear touched up so it better corresponds to the actual spear. I cannot urge you strongly enough to do the same for yours. Yours sincerely, Lord William Alexander Mortimer, Marquis of Westfordshire. That's some title. Is it this he was talking about? Yeah, it's this.
The Nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781. Ah, this must be what my mother was talking about. Now just need to find out what she meant by go beyond.
Maybe there's a switch.
Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think.
Is that what they found over there?
Must be a mechanism somewhere.
Carmelite water.
I don't think this book can help me.
Why'd you take it then? Why did you take it then? Wow, Dad. Is it this
Now,
one?
now, what have we got here? Oh, it looks like a model of a lock. As if Mortimer's fond of complicating things sometimes.
Aha, okay, found it. Oh no, there's a switch though. How am I meant to know what it is?
Aha! I found it. Oh, what on earth is this? A ring lock now? Great. That's all I needed.
Right, I'm gonna look this up because I have no clue what it is. So, give me 2 minutes, bear with. Council, Mortimer, puzzle. Okay. Just loading up 2 seconds, 2 secondos. One, 7, 1. Right, 1171. Okay.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
No, I didn't. That's what you done. Okay, so maybe it's like well, wait, I think I done it wrong anyway. Maybe it was a 9 and I seen a 1. Yeah, it was a 9, not a 7.
Open sesame.
I know it's cheating, but who cares? Do? Oh, wait, it locked behind me. Oh, you did. If Mortimer finds me in here, I'm fucked. Just saying. Your heels are
Let's see what you've been hiding, Lord Murderer.
Dear Lord Mortimer, I'm writing to ask you to persuade President Washington not to sign the Fugitive Slave Act as it stands. We must absolutely legislate on a national level and not allow every state to choose the policy regarding slaves. It was initially included to resolve a conflict between Pennsylvania and Virginia. By signing it was legislating the hunting of blacks. More and more men of little faith are becoming slave hunters, and unable to find any slaves on the run, they kidnap the first black they come across, which they passed off as the wanted runaway. The situation threatens to quickly degenerate. Thank you in advance, your friend John Adams. Please, P.S. Say hello to my daughter Elizabeth. Okay, she's dead, mate. Sorry, but she is.
Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Trimore. He says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in. And goes on, there are hundreds of good ways to live life, but you only need one to convince the masses that it's the only one possible.
My lord, I hope this letter will reach you. My hours are numbered. My printing house has been confiscated and I am imprisoned in the fortress of Schillingsburg. If by chance you did interfere in my favour, I would be entirely in your debt. The Serena Taffrin should not be long in banning old order and order lodges from her territory. Our horizon has been considerably darker, and I hope that you can help me, your friend Nikolai Novatov. Hey. Oh god, I want to see the other fin. The other fin first. Move away. The gift has been delivered. Suma Shah Durrani, 10 of Afghanistan, of Punjab, of Sindh, of Mashhad, and of Kashmir should not retain his title much longer. His son Salman will succeed him as planned. We will then be able to resume negotiations. Tay. Who's Tay? There's a lot of stuff in here. So, your plans to intervene in Belgium to go ahead is set down and occupy the Peruvian army. Your delivery of cannons to Falme has ensured our victory. As a leader, I have notified the 10 of Perugia on the invitation plans of Tustin and the army of the north. I will keep the Austrians out of Belgium and I am to quickly return to Paris as I sense the fate of our 10 lorries ought to be decided dishonourably, and it is impossible for me not to intervene. Should you have any mischief to deliver to me, I invite you to go by, as per usual, our friend Monsieur Peru. Sincerely, Charles Demarus.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
You sure will, Louis. My dear friend, as decided, I've been able to dialogue today my friends to sign the agreement you propose. This agreement should be known as the Butterwood Agreement. If you recall the place where we died when you met us for the first time, you will understand why this name was given. Please find and enclose a list of my colleagues and then their names. Thanks to your help, you should be able to meet at my place, the Tutine Toffee House. I look forward to seeing you as soon as possible. Okay. My dear friend, thank you for your services rendered in helping the fight against the Spanish in the conquest of Iran. A ship bound for Marseille in France has been chartered. Hidden aboard are a few Topsies infected by the plague that is decimating our country at this moment in time. Be very careful when handling these boxes because if inadvertently opened, you risk spreading the disease all over France. Now we can see this.
Some of those forces are pushing toward the west. On it, Mortimer's placed little feather symbols at different points, toward which the Spanish are headed. Could he be fueling Indian resistance to slow down Spain?
Maybe.
This shows the forces present in America.
Move away. Okay. He's up to something, we know that, don't we? My dear friend, thank you for the words, and I do understand your situation. I would like having to confront you militarily, but if the situation obliges me to declare war, then do what you think fit. Under your advisement and with a wary heart, I'm off to meet with the collision that opposes you, in the hope of serving you then, George Tin of Hanover. Is that the date died? You alright?
It shows the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by her enemies. However, a large number has been underlined in bold. 26 million. I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
course it's locked. Mortimer's fucking study. This looks important.
Something strange about this table. The little surgeon's perfect collection.
Is he doing autopsies up here or something?
Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever.
Was that not acid?
These are feathers. Pigeon, probably. Strange. I don't recognize the alphabet. I wonder where the pictograms are from. It isn't Egyptian or Hebrew. There are 2 inscriptions on the sides as well as on the top. No way to know what's underneath. Absolutely no idea what it's for, but I find this cue fascinating.
Can we open it?
Looks like obsidian or onyx. It must weigh a ton.
Okay. That's strange.
A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Mortimer's given a name to his anatomy skeleton. That's morbid.
Dear Lord Mortimer, as I read, I've changed a lot for one of my inventions. Draw an inspiration for your doctor friend, Mr. Delatine. Here's the model of your new lot. If you appreciate my prototype, it's difficult to imagine how it all fits together, but it will be located in the middle of the present door. The aim being to alter nothing of the door's functionality, but to add a bit of spice. Depending on the lineup of the wheels, the aforementioned lock will open or will punish the snipper whose fate is not stern enough. I told my invention the judgment of faith, because if a snipper is unable to resist opening it, they will be punished. I hope you appreciate the irony of the situation. Funny. That made me laugh. Not.
Chronolite water will give me a little reprieve. Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science. Even at the Order, it took us ages to get one of those. A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of
I
fire.
can open this. Ah, I need the senti. My dearest friend, our plans are going ahead wonderfully well. The toy needs art has been forwarded. The project I've found in the very first band of America should not be delayed and will probably be called Union Band. As for the construction of the White House, it is still due to be done in October. I would accept no delays, you can trust me on this. Okay. Really?
3 rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long. Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for. I'm a little surprised. Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me.
Did you try to see his fate?
It is a typical draw on a line that answers a specific question. To the left, temperance. That announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action. And in the middle, the chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success. To the right, the Emperor evokes a future full of power and stability.
That sounds like Mortimer. Dear friend, who is the most admirable for the Olympians? None other than the ten of the gods of Taurus. Unlike his father Kronos, he learned to make equal use of his strength and wisdom. Instead of fearing the power of his children and brothers, he accepted to share the world with them. Men fear his wonder and praise his justice. He reigns but does not dominate.
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages. This is my mother's writing. I've picked up her trail. What is she up to? Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where? The only clue she's left for Mortimer is his stone sword. It must be intentional. It looks like a decorative sword, like from a statue, for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
Anyway, guys, I'm Doy Fights up there. See you in the next episode. Leave a like and tell me what you thought. Bye, guys.